Glenn here. I make YouTube videos and the only comments I get are, how's Reita doing? So we get a story from Reita Green, the Wallpaper Queen. Reita, why are you so popular?
Wow. Glenn, I didn't know I'm popular, but I'll take it. You know, I love everybody, Glenn. When I see people walk by and I got all the signs up, like we got to be kind to each other and see the good in each other and all this and that. And I guess that's why they like me, because number one, I don't know any better. I came from South Dakota. I was born there, and then I lived in Nebraska. And at 14, I graduated from the 8th grade, and the Horace Heights show came to Scottsbluff, Nebraska. Well, I auditioned, and they had an opening for a girl dancer. So they asked my mother and father, we want her to join the Horace Heights show, the youth opportunity. And I was so excited at 14 and a half. And they said, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? And the principal of the school and the priest of the community came to visit my mom and dad at their creamery. And they said, Rita's a good girl. She knows right from wrong. Let her go, but never sign a contract. If she's not happy, she comes home. So that worked. So my mom and another friend drove me to Mitchell, South Dakota. Wow. So I'm with the Horace Heights show. And finally we got to Minneapolis, Minnesota. And I'm waiting for Mr. Height at the stage door steps. And I'm crying. And he said, Reita, what's wrong? Oh, Mr. Height, I think I should go home. Why? Well, I don't know the routines and nobody loves me, 'cause I came from family. We all loved each other and helped each other. Oh, don't you worry, he said. You stay with the show till we get with New York. And if you're not happy, I'll send you home. So I did. And he had all the kids. We had 8 boys and 8 girls, and we got in the lobby of the hotels in the morning, and they helped me with the routines and learn this and do that and blah, blah. Well, it all started working out. So then we got to New York, and Mr. Height said, okay, we have a few days off. I'm gonna send you home to visit your family. And if you want to come back, you come back. If you don't, you tell me. Oh, Mr. Hyde, I like it now. I love dancing and everything, so it all worked out. I weaseled my way by love and kindness and happiness, and he kept giving me little parts to do. But then we had truth conferences. I tell the girls, let's all sit together and let's talk. There's jealousy in this world, and I don't want jealousy. I want everybody to work together. And I would say to Mr. Height, everybody has to have a little part so they're not jealous of Reita. And it worked. With truth conferences, boys and girls, it's a good way to communicate. And then people air their little grievances. And then I met Mr. Doodles Weaver with the Horace Heights show. And he was like a protector. He's smart, Phi Beta Kappa, and he would help me with my schoolwork. We had a tutor on the road. Well, everything worked out, and he said, someday I'm going to marry. Oh, I'm not getting married till I'm 21. And the show had closed by then, and what do you know? He was the best man in town, and I married Mr. Weaver. And I had 2 children, and I have a home here in Burbank, and I'm the luckiest lady because, number one, I come from love. My little cup says, all you need is love. Well, if you don't have fear and you trust yourself, you gotta love yourself before you can love anybody else. You gotta be comfortable, and it'll work.
So one final thing. Once you got that love and support from Horace Height, then you ended up closing and opening the show, yes. Right? Can you talk about that?
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, how do you do? Welcome to our review. We've traveled the world from coast to coast to please you the most. And now meet the star maker of them who'll put our name in lights, Horace Height, something like that. But I opened and closed, and then we did a TV show. So if I can make it, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, anybody can make it. And I'm the luckiest lady in the world. And thank all the people who have asked about me, Mr. Glenn Dunsweiler. Here's a picture of when I left. It's a fun thing. My mother always got us corsages. And then when I was with the Horace Height show, we did a circus number. And they had to have publicity. So Dumbo, this is famous Dumbo the elephant, that they retired him in Thousand Oaks at this big farm. And so, but I wasn't afraid because I have no fear. I just trust everybody, and the elephant was great.